equilibrium temperature. And delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. At equilibrium, delta G is 0. So T will be equals to 170 into 10 to the raised power 3 divided by 170. 1000 Kelvin is equilibrium temperature. We want greater than that. Okay. Any doubt in this? For reaction to be spontaneous, delta G, delta H, and delta S should be negative, positive, negative, 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 positive, positive, negative, positive, 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 negative. We know from delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S, which is your Helmholtz equation. Delta G should be negative, delta H should be negative, and delta S should be positive. Understood? Done. Try it again. B. What about others? See, delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. But delta H is not given to us. Instead of that, delta U is given. So first we'll calculate delta H. So delta H will be equal to delta U plus NGRT. Delta NGRT. Now we'll see the equation. Equation is what? N2O4 liquid gives 2NO2. So I have balanced this equation. It was not given balanced. So now delta Ng is equals to 2. Now delta H is equals to delta U plus 2RT. R is 2 calorie. T is 300. मतलब 2RT will be 1200 calorie. So 1200 calories 1.2 kilocalorie. ये कितना दिया है? ये है 2.1 कैलोरी. 2.1 kilocalorie. Delta Ng is 1. Why? इधर लिक्विड है, इधर गैस है. नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ गैसियस प्रोडक्ट माइनस नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ गैसियस रिएक्टेंट. ये तो गैसियस नहीं है ना, दिस इज लिक्विड. So delta H is minus 3.3 kilocalorie. Understood? अब हमें डेल्टा H मिला है. 3.3 kilocalorie minus T into 20 आ जाएगा 6000, मतलब 6 किलो कैलोरी, मतलब -2.7 किलो कैलोरी। ओके पूजा, it's negative. Where you made mistake? Any problem to anyone in this? So this is one step ahead, एक step इसमें extra कर दिया। That means you didn't balance the equation, right? So can we calculate delta H from delta S formula? Deepika, we have to calculate it from delta U only. Otherwise, you won't get the correct value. That is for the phase transformation only. Delta S is equals to delta H by delta T is phase transformation. नहीं तो आपका क्या आएगा? 20 into 300, you will get 6000. That won't be correct. डेल्टा यू दिया है तो उसका यूज करो। अंडरस्टूड। डन। So tell me, everything is readable? Everything is readable? पढ़ने लायक है सब कुछ? समझ में आ रहा है क्या लिखा है? ओके सर. Abhilasha, how do you know that delta G will decrease with increase in temperature? ये ज्ञान कैसे हुआ आपको? Abhilasha, how do you know that delta G will decrease with increase in temperature? As you said, C. एक स्टेप तो आपने देख लिया होगा, डेल्टा एस इज पॉजिटिव, दैट आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. बट आपको ये कैसे पता लगा कि डेल्टा जी विल डिक्रीज विद इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर? H इज पॉजिटिव. अगर H पॉजिटिव है फिर तो डेल्टा H विल इंक्रीज विद इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर. सॉरी, डेल्टा जी विल इंक्रीज विद इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर. More temperature, hence more negative value of G. Okay, that's very good. So if temperature is more, if temperature is increasing, T delta S is increasing, and delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. If this value increases, then definitely this will move towards negative side. All of you understood this? Pratyusha, I think all of them are combustion reactions. Pratyusha, I think all of them are combustion reactions. Yeah, so we do not have to say that delta H is positive. Delta H is negative only. Combustion reaction के लिए exothermic reaction होती है. We do not need any barrier. If this is negative, then also this thing will work. If delta H is negative, then also this thing will work. Okay, they didn't say earlier it was positive, then it becomes 0, and then it becomes negative. They simply said it is increasing. It is becoming negative. So no need to say delta H is positive. Understood all of you? Delta S positive किस केस में है? As per what is it? T delta S is greater than delta. Yeah, but there is no need to say that delta H is positive. Without delta H positive, will also this will work. ठीक है, सारी कंबक्शन रिएक्शन है, डेल्टा H तो नेगेटिव ही होगा. U can be negative. U. In Gibbs-Almond's equation, we do not have U only. Any problem to anyone in this question? Change in energy can be negative, hence H can also be negative. I think. Can be means हमें सबके लिए अलग अलग पढ़ना पड़ेगा. That is not required. 50. Definitely, if you know all the delta Ng, you can talk about delta H also, but that is not required here. Okay, definitely. आप जो बोल रहे हो that can be correct, but that is not required here. All of you done? What we discarded. And we discard H is positive case as there is a lack of endothermic options. We do not have endothermic options only. All of them are exothermic because it is combustion reaction. Isha, I said it is given in the question that delta S should be positive. Delta S should be positive. So for delta S, what do we see? Number of gaseous product minus number of gaseous reactant. In which case number of gaseous product minus number of gaseous reactant is positive. We have calculated all the delta S. This is the only case we are getting delta S as positive. Okay. Now if your delta S is positive, if you increase the temperature, this negative quantity will increase. This negative quantity will increase. Negative quantity will increase, resulting your delta H will become more negative. Sorry, delta G. Delta G will become more negative. Okay, Isha, Komal. We just have to check in which case delta S is positive. Isha, understood? If you want, you can check all the delta S values. डेल्टा एस के लिए क्या फॉर्मूला लगा रहे हैं हम? नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ गैसियस प्रोडक्ट minus number of moles of gaseous reactant. By this formula we have calculated delta S for all of them, and only this came out to be positive. ठीक है. Any doubt in this? Statement of second law. Entropy of universe is continuously increasing. Entropy of universe is continuously increasing. Delta S of universe is positive. ठीक है. How is it different from first law? How is it different from first law? फर्स्ट लॉ जो है वो कंजर्वेशन की बात करता है कि टोटल चेंज इन एनर्जी इज जीरो. Whatever the energy has been, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. फर्स्ट लॉ ये बोलता है एनर्जी कैन नाइदर बी क्रिएटेड नॉर बी डिस्ट्रॉयड. पूरे यूनिवर्स की जो एनर्जी है वो कांस्टेंट है. यहां पर इट इज सेइंग एंट्रोपी ऑफ यूनिवर्स इज कंटिन्यूअसली इंक्रीजिंग. Understood? This can be asked. You should know this. Okay, there was a scientist, Boltzmann, who wanted to say that entropy of universe is continuously increasing. But at that time, people were used to of universal laws, so they discarded it, and he made suicide for that. ये प्रूव करने के लिए उन्होंने अपनी जान दे दी थी. वो सब फालतू की चीजें. Okay, so that is why it is important. It is different from second law. फालतू की नहीं है, मतलब this is important thing, but it is not there in our course. ठीक है, मैंने वैसे ही बता दिया. अच्छा, important thing is there are other statements also for second law. There are other statements also for second law. Okay, given by different scientists. You can read it from any book. There are 4 or 5 statements. You can read it from any standard book. Okay, like heat can go from only one side to other side. Heat can be 100% convert. Sorry, work can be 100% converted into heat. Heat cannot be 100% converted into work. There are other statements also. You can read it from any standard book. Okay, one of them is entropy of universe is continuously increasing. Okay, heat flows only from higher temperature to lower temperature. Reverse is not true. ये भी second law की statement है. Work can be 100% converted into heat. Work जो है वो पूरा heat में convert हो सकता है, लेकिन heat जो है 100% work में convert नहीं हो सकती. There is always a heat loss. That is also a statement of second law. Understood? Are you getting these statements? For example, आप पंखा चलाने के लिए, if you want to run your fan, you are providing 500 kilojoule of heat. तो पूरी 500 किलोजूल से आपका फैन नहीं चलेगा, उसमें हीट लॉस भी होगा, जिसकी वजह से आपका फैन जो है वो गर्म हो जाएगा. Whenever you touch these fans, आपको गर्म मिलेंगे. तो जो भी आपने एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करी है वो थोड़ी सी उसको चलाने में यूज हो रही है मैकेनिकल वर्क के अंदर. सम हैज लॉस्ट एज हीट एनर्जी आल्सो. तो 100% इफिशिएंट हमारे पास कोई मशीन नहीं है. ठीक है, दैट इज कॉल्ड परपीचुअल मशीन. ठीक है, परपीचुअल मशीन जो 100% हीट को वर्क में कन्वर्ट कर दे. अंडरस्टूड? heard that word, perpetual machine? ठीक है, काल्पनिक बात है. It is just a hypothetical machine which can convert all the 100% heat into work. Understood? Heat flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. 100% heat cannot be converted into work. Work can be 100% converted into heat. These are some important statements. What is third law of thermodynamics? ये बस theoretical statements हैं, इसमें ज़्यादा हमें नहीं पढ़ना है. इसे खत्म करते हैं, redox start करते हैं. What is third law of thermodynamics? Anyone know what is third law of thermodynamics? Carnot engine something. नहीं, वो सब second law के अंदर ही है. Absolute entropy. That is the physics part basically. Absolute entropy of a perfectly crystalline substance becomes zero at absolute zero temperature. मतलब 0 केल्विन. Understood? If you increase the temperature, entropy will increase because particles will get kinetic energy. If you decrease the temperature, then their kinetic energy will decrease. If kinetic energy is decreasing, somehow they will get arranged. तो ये अपनी जगह पर रुक जाएंगे if you decrease their temperature so much. Now, if they cannot move, there won't be any randomization. If there is no randomization, we can say entropy will become zero. So absolute entropy of a perfectly crystalline substance becomes zero at 0 Kelvin. Absolute entropy of a perfectly crystalline substance becomes zero at 0 Kelvin. Okay. ठीक है, आप जानते हो ना कि गैस की एंट्रोपी ज्यादा होती है लिक्विड से, एंड entropy of solid is even lesser than liquid, and we know we reach here by decreasing temperature. So if you keep on decreasing the temperature, entropy will keep on decreasing. At one point it will become zero. At one point it will become zero. That should be the minimum temperature. What minimum temperature we know? We know minimum temperature as 0 Kelvin. हमारे हिसाब से जो minimum temperature है वो 0 Kelvin है. So at 0 Kelvin, perfectly crystalline substance will have no disorderness. It will be 100% ordered. Understood? All of you understood this? रेसिडुअल एंट्रोपी क्या है? रेसिडुअल एंट्रोपी क्या है? रेसिडुअल एंट्रोपी, रेसिड्यू मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट डू मीन बाय रेसिड्यू? रिमेनिंग, जो बच गया. सो द एंट्रोपी what do you mean by entropy? What do you mean by entropy? Randomness or disorderness. Entropy or disorderness left in the substance or molecule even at 0 Kelvin. अगर 0 Kelvin पे भी कोई एंट्रोपी बच जाती है, even at 0 Kelvin you do not have the perfectly ordered system, then that entropy is called residual entropy. Are you getting it? Entropy or molecule entropy disorderness left in the substance or molecule even at 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin पे भी अगर कुछ एंट्रोपी बच जाती है तो उस एंट्रोपी को बोलेंगे रेसिडुअल एंट्रोपी. फॉर एग्जांपल, if you have 1 mole of carbon monoxide, 1 mole of carbon monoxide. So how many carbon monoxide do you have? One mole of carbon monoxide. So how much carbon monoxide do you have? Na molecules. So they should be arranged like this. Okay. But what actually happens is some of the molecules are not arranged in that particular order. Some of the molecules are like this. Some of the molecules are like this. This was the ordered arrangement. And here we have disorderness. Can you see the disorderness? Can you see the disorderness? It has been observed. It has been observed in NO, CO, and water. You can remember them only. और भी होंगे, but you just remember these three. Understood residual entropy. All of you understood third law and residual entropy. What is zeroth law? zeroth law क्या है? zeroth law क्या है? You must be knowing it. तो इतना सा बता देते हैं. Zeroth law. Anyone? If a body is in thermal equilibrium with B, B is in thermal equilibrium with C, then A and C will also be in thermal equilibrium. If A body is in thermal equilibrium with B, That means they are at same temperature. B is in thermal equilibrium with C, then A and C will also be in thermal equilibrium. Understood? For example, thermometer. Okay. तो थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में इतना ही पढ़ना है. There was an equation delta G is equals to delta G naught plus RT ln Q. This equation was there in thermodynamics only, but I'll take it in equilibrium. इसको मैं equilibrium में लूंगा. Wasn't this in electrochemistry? Yes, it can be in electrochemistry also. इलेक्ट्रो में भी है और काइनेटिक्स में भी है. नॉन इक्वेशन इसी से निकालते हैं हम. ओके, बट आई टेक इट इन इक्विलिब्रियम चैप्टर. ओके, ठीक है. तो कुछ और पढ़ते हैं. अभी तो अपने पास आधी घंटा है ना. Write down redox reactions. Wait a minute. Write down redox reaction. What do you mean by redox reaction? Those reactions in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. What do you mean by oxidation? What do you mean by oxidation? Oxidation का मतलब क्या है? Loss of electron. Okay. Or what else you can predict about oxidation? What else we can predict about oxidation? Oxidation reduction is a very simple chapter. ठीक है, वेरी गुड अभिलाषा प्रत्युषा। गेन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, removal of hydrogen. Right, now oxygen is an electronegative element, so I should say gain of an electronegative element. And hydrogen is electropositive element, so I should say gain of, sorry, removal of electropositive element. Okay, any doubt to anyone in this? इसमें किसी को परेशानी? For example, this. As Komal said, इसको ऐसे कर देते हैं. ओके, इसी को अपन रिपीट कर देते हैं. But these definitions or these steps or these lines do not give any information about oxidation. कि क्या देख के हमें पता चलेगा कि ऑक्सीडेशन हो रहा है? So the most important thing in this is increase in oxidation state. Increase in oxidation state. So you have to remember only this. आपको बस एक यही याद रखना है. ठीक है, you can apply it here, 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 you can apply in this also. कहीं पे भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो. Just you have to remember this. Understood? Only remember this. But for that you should know how to calculate oxidation state. That is an important thing. Increase in oxidation state तो ठीक है, but you should also know how to calculate oxidation state. If you do not know only how to calculate oxidation state, how you will come to know whether it is increasing or decreasing? Right? What should I write for reduction? Reduction के लिए क्या क्या लिखें? कुछ भी ना लिख के we can simply write gain of electron and decrease in oxidation state. That's it. इतना याद रखोगे तो more than enough है. Understood? Oxidation state. ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट का मतलब क्या होता है? स्टेट ऑफ एन एलिमेंट the state of an element in any of its compound. The state of an element in any of its compound. और आयन स्टेट का मतलब क्या होता है? स्टेट का मतलब होता है हालत, किस हालत में प्रेजेंट है वो, ठीक है? It may have lost electron, it may have gained electron, and maybe it has not done anything. Okay, स्टेट का मतलब इफ यू नो, हिंदी अगर आपको थोड़ा भी आता है तो स्टेट का मतलब होता है हालत, नहीं आता है तो इसकी जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है? So, how many electrons it has gained or lost in any of its compound. Any doubt in this? Oxidation state is one of the most important thing in this chapter. Oxidation state नहीं आएगा तो ये chapter नहीं होगा. How many electrons it has gained or lost in any of its compound? It is a property of an element. It is a property of an element. I will never ask you कि water की oxidation state बताओ, CO2 की oxidation state बताओ, SO2 की oxidation state बताओ. Oxidation state क्या है? It is a property of an element. In SO2, what is the oxidation state of sulfur? That can be a question. In SO3, what is the oxidation state of sulfur? That can be a question. But what is the oxidation state of KMnO4? That cannot be a question. Are you getting this point clearly? Oxidation state जब भी पूछी जाएगी, that will be for a particular element. It is a property of an element. It is not the property of a compound. Is it clear to all? It can be negative, it can be positive, it can be zero, it can be fractional. What do you mean by negative oxidation state? What do you mean by negative oxidation state? नेगेटिव ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट का मतलब क्या होगा? तो मतलब होगा that much electron gained, that much electron gained पूजा, आर यू गेटिंग द डिफरेंस? आपने जो लिखा है और मैंने जो लिखा है। रामचंद्र, नेगेटिव ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट इज that much electron gained. Pratyusha, I am not talking about reduction reaction. I am talking about an element. आप रिएक्शन के अंदर क्यों जा रहे हो? I am just talking about an element. I have not given you any reaction. एक पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट का if oxidation state is negative, what do you mean by that? It means that much electron has been gained by that particular element. Understood? All of you understood? Example ले तो in H2O oxygen is -2. What do you mean by positive oxidation state? What do you mean by positive oxidation state? That much electrons lost. That much electron lost. That much electron lost. Lost मतलब चले गए. Okay, that much electrons has been lost by that particular element. ठीक है, focus on these words. तो इसी से हम निकालेंगे which element can have what oxidation states. So focus on the words. That much electron has been gained. That much electrons has been lost. No loss or gain of electron. Average oxidation state. You can get fractional oxidation state only as average oxidation state. You can get fractional oxidation state only as average oxidation state. You cannot say, sir, 3.5 electron has been lost, 3.8 electron has been gained. That is not what I'm talking about. Are all of you getting this average oxidation state? Are all of you getting this average oxidation state? Average oxidation का मतलब समझ में आ रहा है सबको? मतलब if I say in Br3O8, Br oxidation state is 16/3. It does not mean 16/3 electron has been lost by bromine. It does not mean, लिख देता हूँ इस चीज को, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये. It does not mean (16/3) electron has lost by bromine. But we had three bromine. They had different oxidation state. We just took the average of three. And that's how it become 16/3. Understood? So you should know that oxidation state can never be fractional, but in average oxidation state. All of you understood this? Average वाले में गलती नहीं करनी है. Komal, understood? कोमल अंडरस्टूड. एक और एग्जांपल ले लेता हूं. If I say C3O2, it is carbon suboxide. You may think that carbon is +4/3, but actually there are three carbons, +2, 0 and +2. But average is this. Understood? Oxidation state कैसे निकालते हैं, क्या करते हैं, that all I'll tell you. Okay, I'm just giving you the brief knowledge of oxidation state. Any doubt till here? Should I write oxidation state will always be a charge? It will never be a number. ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट आपको कभी नंबर नहीं लिखना है, हमेशा चार्ज लिखना है. ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट will always be a charge. चार्ज का मतलब पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव you have to put. You cannot say oxidation state of nitrogen is 3. You cannot say oxidation state of nitrogen is 3. Either you have to say +3 or you have to say -3. Understood? Priyanshu, I didn't explain it. I simply said that average oxidation state of C3O2 is 4/3. How does 4/3 is coming? 2 carbons are +2, 1 carbon is 0. Now, how they are +2 and 0, that I'll explain you in the next class. क्योंकि उसके लिए मैं थोड़ा सा बेस बनाना पड़ेगा, and then you'll get it. अभी मैं बस इतना बोल रहा हूँ that its average oxidation state is +4/3, but actually it is not 4/3. 2 carbons are having +2 and 1 is having 0. We took the average of that. हमने उसका एवरेज ले लिया. ठीक है. How do we come to know which one is +2, which one is 0? वो सब मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में बताऊंगा. ओके प्रियांशु. ठीक है. All of you have written this. Will always be a charge, never be a number. ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट कभी भी बोलना है तो चार्ज के साथ ही बोलना है. What do you mean by positive oxidation state? What do you mean by positive oxidation state? It means that much electron has been lost by that element. It means that much electron has been lost by an element. Yes or no? That much electron has been lost by an element. Yes or no? हम बोल सकते हैं कि maximum oxidation state for an element will be the electrons present in the outermost shell. Because एक बार उसने octet achieve कर लिया, then it won't lose electrons. How many electrons it can lose? Whatever the electrons are present in outermost shell. How many maximum electron an element can lose? The number of electrons present in its outermost shell. Is this clear to all? How much maximum oxidation state an element can have equal to the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. जैसे मैग्नीशियम को देखते हैं, मैग्नीशियम का एटॉमिक नंबर है 12, so it is 2,8,2. How many maximum electrons in the outermost shell? 2. तो ये मैक्सिमम +2 ही शो कर सकता है. सल्फर, it can only show +6 as maximum. Chlorine, manganese, chromium, are you getting the meaning of maximum oxidation state? Getting the meaning of maximum oxidation state? मैक्सिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट का मतलब समझ में आ रहा है? मिनिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट maximum number of electrons that can be gained to complete octet. Maximum number of electrons that can be gained to complete octet. जैसे 17th ग्रुप के एलिमेंट will have -1 मैक्सिमम, इससे छोटा नहीं हो सकता. 16th ग्रुप एलिमेंट -2, -4, -3 नहीं हो सकता. 15th ग्रुप एलिमेंट -4 नहीं हो सकता। Are you getting the meaning of the minimum oxidation state? Are you getting the meaning of minimum oxidation state? मिनिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट का मतलब समझ में आ रहा है? मतलब अगर हम क्लोरीन की रेंज के बारे में बात करें, रेंज ऑफ क्लोरीन क्या हो जाएगा? -1 to +7। सल्फर की रेंज के बारे में बात करें, -2 to +6। फॉस्फोरस की रेंज के बारे में बात करें, -3 to +5। Getting it? The range of oxidation state depends upon its maximum and minimum. Any problem to anyone in this? Any problem to anyone in this? Oxidation state is very much important. Definitely will be used in electrochemistry. इस चैप्टर में भी यूज होगी, केमिकल बॉन्डिंग में भी यूज होती है। ठीक है, अभी इतना करते हैं। We stop it here. Rest we'll do in the next class.